do I talk so much about the Amish? Well, because my life revolved around the way the Amish live. Well, to a certain extent. When I talk about my videos about the Amish, I am not talking about the religion. So let's just put the religion aside and let's talk about how do the Amish live. And why is it a necessity that you should be living that way now too? I'm not trying to convince you that you're going to be having a horse and buggy and wearing bonnets and wearing the dresses that the Amish do, or the men's Amish outfits. But Amish living has been something very important to me way before YouTube. Amish are the off-grid pioneers, and while we still are on the grid, much of our life is slowly becoming off the grid, and I shared with that in previous videos. What aspect of the Amish could you adapt into your own lifestyle, and why would you want to, and why is it a necessity? Those questions I'm going to answer in today's video. Life is defined on self-reliance. The Amish like to take care of themselves and their family members. Their community works together. They are self-reliant as much as you possibly could be. Of course, we always need to go to the grocery store. And of course, we need to buy things. But they like to stock up on things, and that way they are secure for the winter. They are a seasonal type of person. So in the spring, you will find them working in their gardens. You will find them planting food. And in the fall, you'll find them harvesting, gathering up things, getting all their supplies ready for the winter time. They have basic skills. You know, the Amish aren't in college, and they're not learning a college degree, but they have this basic skills that are needed to live a very fulfilling life, whether it be the man or the woman. But because this is a woman's channel, basically, I'm going to share with you different things that the women can do and the basic skills that I was taught and that the Amish are taught in order to have a fulfilling home life. The Amish are great builders. They love to build, and they build beautiful buildings. Like the buildings that you see in my videos, the Amish built them. They rely on harnessing the power of water. A lot of them will do hydroponics and all kinds of things that have to do with water. They have their own hand pumps, which I did not get one yet. That will be for the coming summer project. Hand pumps to pump their own water without electricity. But I have my rain barrels, and I use them almost daily for a lot of the chores that I have here on the homestead. They love to preserve food. That was one thing that I learned by my Mennonite grandma many years ago, was how to preserve food. Now, the Amish are an offspring or a branch of the Mennonites. In fact, the Mennonites were first. And what happened was, in the Mennonite church, there was a split. And in that split, they wanted, half of the congregation wanted to be plainer, while the other half of the congregation wanted to live a little off-grid heating. This was a major thing that we wanted to do to be more like the Amish. We wanted to have our own wood stove. We wanted to heat with wood and cook with wood. Someday I will have my own wood cook stove as well. That will make my life so much more complete. I've always been this way. And this way is a way that we can live a little more self-sufficient and earn our keep. Chopping the wood, stacking the wood, and heating and cooking with the wood leads us more towards a simpler life. Outdoor cooking. Wow, when this rain stops, I will be able to show you so much more outdoor cooking because I have an outdoor oven, and I can't wait to do a lot more cooking with that. Solar. A lot of the Amish are starting to have solar panels, and we have solar. I have solar in here, solar in my home, and we use solar for our lighting. If we don't use the oil lamps, we use it for our toasters, our vacuum cleaners. We even can use it for a microwave, a small microwave that you see in my kitchen. But we don't use that microwave very often, but we do use solar for a lot of our electrical needs. Let there be light. The Amish love oil lamps, and of course I'm passionate on my channel to share with all of you oil lamps. I use kerosene, I use lamp oil. Clean and heat is still my favorite. You can find that at Home Depot or Lowe's. First aid and medicine. The Amish rely a lot on healthy, holistic healing. And in my garden, it's all about medicine. And in my garden, a lot of the herbs are medicines. And I use them every single day in teas and in tinctures. And I use them, and it replaces a lot of commercial medications that I would maybe need someday. I'm not on any medications, so I'm able to do this. But the Amish rely mostly on healing naturally, if at all possible. Soap making. The Amish love making their own soap. I learned many years ago to make my own lye soap, and I make my own dish soap, laundry soap, lye soap, and I make my own beauty bars, and they're so much fun. I usually make about one batch a year, enough to last me a whole year. Candle making is another thing that the Amish like to do, and I really got into making candles. I love beeswax candles and all kinds of candles, and that helps with lighting, and in the years past that helped with heating our home. The oil lamps also helped with heating our home, but we won't need that this year now, will we, with a big wood stove. Foraging. They love to forage, and I also love to forage. I forage the walnuts, and this year it's going to be more for a dye. I am being very careful about my walnuts after the health issue I had, but that was a shell. So I do eat walnuts. I'm just very, very careful now how I eat them. Acquiring the Amish mindset. It begins with dedication to self-reliance. Build on a work ethic that embraces respect of hard work. Oh, my mama and daddy taught me that. Wow, a man who works deserves his supper. It's fortified with community and preparedness. It meets the challenges on and off the grid. Anyone with a mindset towards preparedness and self-reliance would be well served by some of the behaviors and lessons of the Amish community. It's gotten them through 500 years, and there's no reason to believe it won't take them into